What's up, everyone? Big Bob with Road King Nation. Today we're in San Bernardino, California. We're here with Marcos, owner of I.E Baggers. We're going to check out some of his award-winning builds as well as his new shop. Again, we appreciate you guys for watching another episode of Tales of a King. See you guys soon. King Life.
Hey, what's up, Bob?
Thank you for having us, man.
My pleasure.
So I want to get right into it, all right? I.E Baggers, Marcos, I heard of you guys before the social media thing. Actually, I came across you guys through a buddy who said, have you checked out the I.E Baggers? They have the big wheel baggers. And so I know you guys, your history, you've been around before this craze. Now, would you say you guys are the pioneer or of the big wheel bagger? Or
Nah, there was already some big wheel bikes already built and stuff, you know, and then I took liking to it and created my own build here with the 30-inch wheel on a Road King, and I would say I was one of the few in California with a 30 on their bikes.
So you think it's like a few of the West Coast, as far as the West Coast goes?
Yeah, the West Coast, yeah. And the East Coast, they were already doing big wheel bikes for a while, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would say at least a couple of years when I got into doing it, you know.
And so, do you still have your Road King?
I do, actually. It's a little bit in pieces, took apart. I just had this bizarre idea that I could make it better and tore it down, and haven't completed the remaking of it to this day. And with the customers I got and the amount of work, I'm unable to spare the time for myself to complete it, you know. But it's still there. It's coming again, you know.
When you started it, did you start off with the 30, or was it 21 first?
It was a 16, like factory
stock,
bike, stock. And then I got this great idea, hey, I'm going to put a 30, you know, and it was kind of mind-blowing when you see the 30 and you roll it up to your stock bike. It doesn't even look possible, you know what I mean? So everyone's like, you're crazy, that ain't going to work, this and that, you know. So then finally when I got to actually doing it and fit that big wheel on there, man, it was pretty amazing for me.
They went from your crazy to right here.
Yeah, to what we're doing today. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So as far as your builds, bike building, all that stuff, do you come from a mechanical background?
Yeah, actually, I used to work on vehicles, trucks, lowering, air suspension, lifting big trucks, big wheels, tires, I should say, big tires, big rims, things like that. So suspension work and auto mechanics. I used to work on cars, you know, changing starters, oil, services, brakes, things like that, you know. And then my buddy came along one day with his Harley Davidson. I didn't have one at the time, and he asked me if I could do some work to his bike, put some handlebars on and that. And at the time, I was kind of scared or skeptic about touching somebody's Harley Davidson, but I took the job on and I did it. You know, he left the bike for a couple of days, and then once I completed that task of putting his handlebars on, everywhere he went, people would ask him where he got the work done, you know. And then he would say my name and hand out my number and stuff like that. So I started getting random calls, and then one thing led to another, man. And before you know, my phone was ringing for me to work on people's bikes, you know, and that kind of led me to where I am today, you know.
So you went from you were built, lifted trucks, all that stuff, and you never did a bike, and your buddy asked to do handlebars.
Yeah. So then once I did his bars, he bought wheels, he bought exhausts, he bought just random things, intakes, this and that, and his bike turned out to be a bitchin' bike, you know. And so everywhere he would go to bike nights, things like that, people would ask questions, you know, and he would always say my name and give my phone number out and that, and I started getting calls. And then before you know it, I started taking a liking into the Harley Davidson scene, you know, and enjoyed it more, especially the end result of these bikes that I was working on. And one thing led to another. Eventually, I decided to like push the automobile stuff away and told my customers I can no longer work on your cars because I was getting too busy with bikes, you know. And I enjoyed working on bikes a lot more than I do crawling underneath a damn truck or car or something, you know.
So your passion is it's 360
I still love cars and trucks and that, you know, but I just don't find myself given the time to do so on cars. I mean, I still have the knowledge to do so, but I enjoy doing motorcycles better.
So someone came with their car going,
oh man,
bring your bike, bro, we'll take care of it.
Getting a jam for close friends and that, and end up working on their trucks and things, you know, and just as a friend, you know, but I don't want to take jobs on as far as trucks.
They still have a K5, right?
I do. It's in a huge project mode, you know, and but one day you guys will see me in a badass K5, and then we'll be shooting the video out of that thing instead of the Denali, you know.
So now, who or what? Or not say who, because obviously we know how you started. But who were your influences, or did you have any when you even started to build them, or did you just do it and then learn who was who and builders and companies?
I mean, just like from magazines and stuff. A lot of bikes I used to see in the magazine, and I was like, dang, you know, that's badass. And then once I started seeing that I was capable of building, like I wouldn't say exact, but something near what I was able to see in the magazines, I took more interest, and then I started meeting more and more. I would say like known builders and shops that started taking recognition to me, and able to meet them in person, and they shook my hand and congratulated me on the work that I performed in that, and it just gave me more like fuel to keep going with what I was doing.
Do bigger and better.
Yeah.
And I know I mentioned this before, but Marcos, for me anyway, I don't know about anyone else, I have a lot of respect for him because with the social media craze, it's huge. You know, we all use it. I use, of course, you guys who follow us, I use the crap out of it. But Marcos was before that, and to me, that's I have a lot of respect for him for having his name out there before this craze. Now, I wanted to ask you something about your rakes, because you do a lot. You do 20. What do you do? 21s, 23s,
21. No 23s.
No 23s.
I recommend if you're thinking a big wheel, jump to a 26, skip the 23, and it's just too much work involved into making a 23 perform correctly. So you're better off just doing a 26 if the big wheel is what you're after,
Right.
And if bigger wheel, I mean, they go all the way to 34 if you want, So to me, it's kind of outrageous.
Yeah.
So over all the bikes that I've done and rode and build or whatever, I feel more attracted and better off with the 26 size wheel for handling and performance of the motorcycle.
Now, why not a 23?
23 just changes the whole characteristics of the bike, the stance of it. Like it stands tall in the front, and it leans way over on the kickstand, things like that. The bike feels heavy when you get on it. I mean, a lot of people are putting oversized wheels on their bikes, but that doesn't mean it's correct,
Yeah.
So just because you're fitting a 26 or 23 on your bike does not make it right, So I like to build bikes that are rideable on a daily basis or long distance terms, however it turns out,
And your slogan, "We ride," that's the shit right there.
Yeah. So I came up with that because when I started doing these large wheels, people say you can't ride that, you can't ride that. But every show that we went to, we would ride in. Myself and my buddies, we all had big wheel bikes, and we would ride no matter how far it was away,
Hell yeah.
So that's where we came up with that we ride, because no matter how nice the paints or the wheels or whatever the bike looks like, we ride them regardless.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, I know we were talking about the rakes earlier. You still cut all your bikes, correct?
Yes, all of them. Like from what I learned, after doing my homework on the builds and that, as far as I know, Hog Halters, HHI, they're the first to create this big wheel frenzy, I guess I would say, So they took the time to figure out all the geometry on what it takes to rake a bike to fit a big wheel, and ever since they created it, other people have kind of just made their own kits resemble theirs, But they're the main ones who created the big wheel bike. bikes.
Do you do all your own cutting literally in shop? Or?
Yes, in shop. We do it all here. The welding. What we don't do here is paint work.
Okay.
But, I have a lot of painters all over California that I deal with, and depending on the person's budget or liking of what they want for their paint, then I can guide the person to where we need to go.
So I want to backtrack a little bit. Would you do a 23, or if someone said, "Hey, bro, I got my Softail Deluxe, whatever. I want a 23." Would you? I mean, how do you really feel about that?
On a Softail 23, you can get away with it with not so much involved, And for a person that just has to have a 23, there's proper ways to do it to get the motorcycle to perform the way it should,
Okay, right.
But my thing is, if you're going that far as to, because you want a big wheel and we're cutting your frame to rake it for a 23, why not go to a 26?
Just go right to
the whole time you're wanting a big wheel,
Right.
So why settle for the 23 of doing the same amount of work? You might as well do a 26 or a 30 at that point,
So you got like 21, and 23 is almost like you're almost at a big wheel, but you're not.
It's not quite.
You're not quite there.
And some people feel like 23 is a big wheel already, and they put it on, but their bikes are just not right. You can tell. I can, like, when you look at them, the stance of the motorcycle, it's not right.
Right.
And a lot of times it creates high-speed wobbles. You know what I mean? Because the position of the motorcycle is not right. So at high speeds, it tends to change the way it rides.
Right.
Yeah, so I like to stick to what I've learned and know that works, and that's the way we do it.
You're comfortable on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, I highly recommend a cut and weld frame, and instead of like a bolt-on alternative. I would say it's an alternative, because just because you're fitting a big diameter wheel on your bike doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend you cut it and have someone do your framework that knows what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah. What you're saying is, are you telling me don't fake the rake?
Yeah, man. So like I mentioned, the alternative, just because you're fitting the bigger wheel on your bike doesn't make it right. So I came up with rake it, don't fake it. If you're thinking of raking your bike in that, do it the right way and actually cut it and rake it the right way, and don't fake it and put a bolt on. It's just my opinion. Don't judge me, whatever. But I just like to do motorcycles right that you can ride, and we all ride.
You heard it from the man himself.
Yeah.
Rake it, don't fake it.
Yeah.
All right. So now your name, I.E. Baggers. Obviously, you don't just build baggers. You got some of the sickest award-winning bikes around. You got Softails. Are you particular, or is work? You know what I mean? As far as have you ever turned down a build? Have you ever?
No. We work on anything. As long as it's Harley Davidson, we can do it. I've done Sportsters, some really nice Sportsters for some females and males as well. And we can basically do anything. And now the Dirty Bird guy, he created this new swing arm for the Softails and that, and they've also made a rake for it. So we're able to put these 26 size wheels on these Softails, and the handling of them, it just changes the whole motorcycle.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot more dirty tails, they call them. So here's a couple right here. Our latest ones.
And you guys will see. This at a closer look throughout the video. But these are clean bikes, very clean Softails.
So even with the 26 on a smaller bike, I'm referring to like a Softail Heritage and Deluxe, things like that. You can get away with doing a 26 wheel and still ride the shit out of it.
Still be comfortable, still have a smooth ride and all that stuff.
Yeah. And when you do the swing arm conversion to mount the shocks on the side instead of underneath, it just makes the traction much better.
Nice. So my arm's twitching. You used to work out of your garage.
Yeah.
At home
for years.
So you had this. You guys can see what's going on. And there's bikes in the back. There's bikes behind us. There's bikes all over this place. This was your house. What's your house look like?
All this stuff. Maybe a little bit less, And
well, how big is your team?
It was me for about 8 years, just me solid doing all the builds, and a lot of people thought it was this big facility of people doing all the work in that, but the whole time it's been myself.
So you're literally, Marcos is literally I.E. Baggers.
I am I.E. Baggers.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. impressive.
Yeah, so it kind of got overwhelming. The traffic at home, in the neighborhood, you know, and having like 17, 18 motorcycles at my place of home to work on, it just got overwhelming in that, you know. And then I got kind of the city cracked down on me working from home, so I had to make this move and look for a facility to actually go to, you know.
And actually, it's an honor for us to be here because this is their third month here, so it's kind of cool, man. We're new, they're new, and it's an honor to be here with Marcos and I.E. Baggers.
Yeah, so through the years and that I've been doing, you know, I had some help from my son as well. He started taking a liking to the builds and always like, let me ride it, let me ride it. He always wanted to ride one.
Hell,
you know?
yeah, that's awesome.
But being these are expensive motorcycles, you know, I would never let him, So then after he graduated high school, we signed him up to MMI, the motorcycle mechanics, you know, and he did his whole term in there and that. He got certified, you know, and while he was in there, he would come back and forth from Arizona and to the house, and we started building a bike for him, and it's the one here behind me. So when he graduated from his school there in Arizona, this was a gift to him. You know?
Nice, that thing's beautiful, man.
So we built him a dirty tail in the process of him completing the school, you know.
Little Marcos, come here. Let me introduce you to the future of I.E. Baggers right here, man. 20 years old, young man right here, helping his dad with the shop, man, and this is the future right here of I.E. Baggers, man.
Yeah, he'll be taking over for sure, man.
Awesome.
Sometimes I think he does things better than I'm doing it, you know.
Trying to do the best I can.
That's right. And you got a certificate.
So there's no competition with me out there, whatever. There's plenty of work for all the shops and whoever's doing builds and that. Good for them, you know.
Right.
Anybody that needs my assistance or help, questions, just give me a call, come by, whatever it takes, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
My only competition is my son right here.
Plan on taking over soon.
Yeah, oh shit, soon. Hell yeah. So now with little Marcos in the shop and helping you out, are you able to get more done, do more builds?
Yeah, we are too, but being that his knowledge that he learned, you know, so we're just still crammed, we're behind. It seems like people have taken a liking to the work that I've done for years, you know, and then now he's here helping me, so we're just overwhelmed with the amount of work that we get, and we try our best to keep everyone happy and get everybody's bike done and safely done so they can ride, you know. And also before the schooling, he used to help me out in the garage, you know, with the builds because I was working from home, you know. So he knew a lot before going to the school. And then while he was at school in Arizona, he started working for Dirty Bird Concepts as well.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
And when he completed the school, he worked for Dirty Bird full time for, I would say, at least a year there as well, you know.
Yeah.
So what he learned, man, this kid knows a lot. He knows a lot. He's capable of building an entire bike by himself, you know.
Man, that's awesome, man. So how is it working with your dad?
It was rough at first, but I got used to it, you know what I mean, every day after school. I mean, I was a high schooler, you know what I mean, it was sophomore year. I started sophomore year, and then junior year I worked with him, senior year, and then I finally graduated. But those couple of years just working with my dad, it was rough because, you know, he's your dad, you know what I mean?
Right.
He tells you what to do, you clean the shop, do this, do that, and then it's just, but it's all been a learning experience for me, so I enjoy it now.
And now it's paid off. This is you guys. This is father son, man, which is awesome. That's very awesome. All right, you guys. I hope you're enjoying this. We wanted to change it up and bring a different feel than just Road Kings. That's why we're here with Marcos at I.E. Baggers. But one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was your SEMA build. 2012 Fat Boy.
Yeah.
This thing is stupid clean. Now, tell me about the paint, because the paint isn't even on the market, correct?
Not yet.
Or you know what? Let me backtrack. Sorry. Tell me about how this build even came about.
Okay, all right, we'll start there. One of my friends, a good friend of mine, he knows a painter, you know, and every year he's been painting something to take the SEMA to display, you know, to show his artwork on as far as paint. So I got in contact with him, and he started asking me if I was capable of building a bike, you know, that he wanted to paint and introduce these new colors that are from Tamco, and they're being introduced in 2020, this coming year. And so I got involved with it. I said, yeah, we can do it, you know, and then to find out that the SEMA deadline was 25 days away, you know. And
25 days from the time he asked you if he could.
Yes, man. So, man, I kind of went into a panic, but I already signed up for it, and I said, yeah, well, I can do it, you know. And with painters, it's kind of unpredictable. my son got on it, and this motorcycle we started with was just ugly, man. It was nothing like this.
Yeah.
So we started on it right away. We ended up pulling the motor and the trans. He wanted to paint the frame, and this is the end result of it in a matter of 25 days total build
25
time, you know?
days, man. Now, when someone asks this, I'm asking like honestly right now. When someone asks to do a build, do they provide the bike, or how does that work?
Yeah, most of the time, occasionally I get guys that buy brand new bikes just because they want me to build them, you know.
Okay.
So there's been cases where guys go to the dealership, they purchase a new motorcycle, and only on terms that they deliver it straight to me. You know?
Wow.
So I've had bikes with 2 miles on them, 4 miles, 8 miles, you know, and when we cut the necks, we tear them down and do them, you know.
That's awesome.
So it doesn't matter what year bike, really. I prefer the newer ones now with the Canva system and all that, but any bike really we can turn into something else, you know.
Now with something like the SEMA build though, do they provide you the bike?
This was actually my personal bike that I had purchased, but I had no intentions on building it this fast, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So with the time period and the agreement we made in that, I was forced to make it happen in 25 days, you know.
25, that's impressive. Marcos, what's the future for IE Baggers as a whole? Do you plan on growing? Do you plan on expanding? As far as of course, expanding the shop would be awesome. But I mean, as far as like your shop, do you plan on expanding?
Yeah. I mean, we're steady growing. I mean, it's an honor to have my son on my team, and we're able to get more work done in that. And due to the high demand of people and customers that are coming to me to build their motorcycles, I'm looking forward to maybe getting a few more mechanics and be able to teach them like what I know and get more quantity of the quality that we do here, you know. So in the future, I'm looking for a few mechanics in that I can grow with, and we'll take it from there, you know. And hopefully we'll be able to get more of these bikes done and on the road faster than what we're able to do so now, you know.
And also, if you guys, they're new, but if you guys ever get a chance to come out here, it's a perfect spot for a bike night.
Oh yeah.
If you guys let me know in the comments, DM us or in the comments on this, if you guys come out for a bike night, because the street, perfect.
Yeah. Should we have an IE Bagger bike night?
There you go. Yeah. Would you be down?
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
Hell yeah. Okay. Marcos, thank you for having us, man. There it is, IE Baggers, Little Marcos. We appreciate you, man, having us down here. The future of IE Baggers, from custom builds, oil changes,
tires, handlebars, fenders, bags, everything. Whatever it has to do with Harley Davidson, we got it, man. And our pleasure for having Road Key Nation in-house.
Thank you.
Baggers right
Thank
here,
you.
man. Hell yeah.
Everything and anything. There it is, you guys. Again, we appreciate you guys for watching another episode of Tales of a King. We'll see you guys soon. King Life.
Peace out.